Ready?
No. But I'm never ready.
Okay. Well, let's get started. Welcome, y'all, to the third.
It's not even plugged in.
No, I know. But okay, so this is our third podcast today, and we've had grave success. Like I said, the last one hit 1 million. This one we're shooting for 10 million subs.
30 subscribers.
That's a lot.
We started with 0.
Yeah.
So
Thank
if
you.
you subscribed,
that's huge. I don't even know 30 people.
You know 30 people.
Okay, I know 30 people, but that's a lot of people. We're very grateful.
Yes.
But I've been researching and watching a lot of podcasts and stuff, and they have mics. So This is a mic I'm going to use. I'm going to attach it somewhere and let it dangle like this, and then we can. Hello.
No.
And if it dangles to you,
we don't.
okay. No. Okay. Whatever.
Oh my gosh. No.
Let's jump in.
Yeah, let's jump in. Thank you and welcome back to the Good Texans Podcast.
Yeah,
Episode 3.
Excellent. Hopefully after last week was pretty deep, what is it called?
Yeah, and it was for us, but I don't know if it translated well.
Yeah.
So I do want to preface it. We will probably refilm that again. It was a little bit deeper. It was about Owen and how we started doing leather work. Mm-hmm. Jacques and I had some tearful moments that you actually did a lot of big edits for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know there's something called AI? Just kidding. We didn't use AI, but
no,
I would say...
you do all of that.
Yeah.
You edit everything.
But I'd like to use AI because imagine we had a breakdown on screen live, right? And then AI will turn our frowns upside down.
Oh my gosh.
It could. That could be a prompt. Please turn my frown upside down.
Okay, you know what? You're going to create an app for that, and then that app is going to become a sponsor, like fish on a can.
No, can on a fish, which is still going on, y'all. I'm going to keep that on there. Just whoever watches the podcast, you get 10% off your whole order on
10% off.
The whole order.
Yep.
The whole order.
For can on a fish. Fish on a can.
No, can on a fish, Camille. Oh, you know I'm going to put a bunch of fish on you, a bunch of cans on you right now with the aftermath post. But no, Camille, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're not stitching anything, and I don't have any crafts, although I am eyeing some of the work that I need to do, and we took on more customs. So it's going to the board.
Yeah. So those of you that are watching that have a custom in with us, if you've recently...
We love you.
Yeah, we love you. If you recently put a custom in with us, then we're pretty backlogged. Yeah, I tell you, January, but I don't say what year, just in case it's 2028, 2029. But just know we're working on them. We have more structure now. I have a board that I look at every single day coming in.
He's being really hard on himself. I think it's okay. I think people give us grace because they know it's handmade, and there's not a lot of people that are doing repairs or custom work locally. But I think it is also kind of brings us into the conversation I thought we could have today.
Cool. And full disclosure, I've been really busy. We've both been really busy, but I don't know sort of the topic today, so it's going to be fun. So jump on it.
You had a script last week.
I had a script last time. Now I only have a timer to make sure that we don't have an hour and 20 minutes of content that I need to get into 20 minutes.
We're 4.5 minutes in. Okay,
let's do it.
So this week I wanted to focus on how we turned our hobby, our craft, into a business. So how we turned it into where we are today, where it is kind of an income because I'm no longer working full time.
Yeah. You're working.
No, I'm definitely, I'm always working. I'm always on, but you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I kind of wanted to dive into that because last episode we talked about how we were inspired by the leather work and how it became a passion of ours. And this time I want to kind of focus onto the business point of it.
Cool. I love that topic. I already want to talk about it.
You love business.
I do. But didn't you know I'm a pre-alum business major, so.
Accounting major.
Yeah, business accounting.
Can you imagine Jacques? I love my accountants. We have accountant friends. But can you imagine him sitting there doing your tax paperwork?
They're not just sitting.
He
Some of them
sit.
have.
He doesn't.
I'm sitting right now. No, but I really love it because starting this business off, as soon as you jump on and any sort of key search or something, then you just get bombarded. And it's typically bombarded with a lot of those just get rich quick schemes and the things that say, oh, you got to do this and got to do this. And even like filing for an LLC when we did that, it's just through the state. You don't need to hire anybody to do it, and like even little things like that. So I'm hoping to branch off and to share a lot of those things, because like, and everybody says this, but like we can probably save somebody a lot of stress, money, time, just by sharing what we've already been through. And that's we mentioned it, that's the point of what we want to do. We are not gatekeeping anything, like anything, not just what we do, but also how we set the business up, what kind of POS system we use, back-end accounting software and things like that. Like I will share anything and everything to help somebody out.
Yeah, that's kind of the boring stuff for me. So I'm so glad that you do it. But we also have friends who've done that for us, like Katie with Lost Valley Hat Bar.
She's been amazing.
She's been incredible, and I've told her before she should be like a small business consultant, because she helped us when we opened this brick and mortar. I love her.
We should keep pushing that. She should be a small business consultant. That'd be really cool.
I'm telling you, she'd be really good at it.
That'd be cool.
Okay, but sidetrack. Okay, so we started our business 6 years ago. I'm curious for you.
Oh, you have questions for me?
I do. Well, I do. I have a list now because I was challenged to write a list this time.
Okay.
Do you remember when this stopped being a hobby for you?
Yes.
And it became a serious business? Like, when was there a moment when you were making leather or doing your candles where you felt like this could actually be sustainable and this could actually become a business?
Great question, Camille. And you know, I'm really fortunate that you have some questions written down. I appreciate that.
Good feedback.
Thanks. No. That's a great question, and I wish I had a better answer for you, but it still doesn't feel like a business, dude. Like, it still feels like a hobby to me. Like, I love everything I do. Like 2 nights ago, poured some more Blue Bonnet candles. That was pretty cool. And while they were drying, I got to work on some leather. And
I think that's when you know that and I was going to get to that point later too, but that's kind of when you know that you're doing something right, is when it still feels like a hobby. Because a hobby is something you enjoy doing. It's a craft. Camille, it's something...
On record, you're telling me on record that you think I'm doing something right?
Very funny. 100%. No, you know that. You for sure know that. But I think I'm going to talk a little bit about like how we were in markets, but I do think that there's an insecurity that we sometimes have as artists, especially like when we're meeting a customer for the first time and we have spent all of this time making something, and it's not just like the product. It's, you know, when you're at a market and we're making a booth, it's the environment, it's everything that's welcoming into it. And then a customer comes in and they say like, I love that. This is a nice hobby. Oh. And you're kind of like, oh, that was a little bit deflating. But I don't know if it should be. It's a hobby, but it's also something that you're putting a lot of work and a lot of effort in. I don't know, maybe that's like an unpopular opinion. But I think if you're doing it right, like it should still feel like a hobby, because a hobby is something that you enjoy.
Yeah, but there's different personalities and things.
But then you put the business part into it.
Yeah, as a business, I think we should define that. We have our brick and mortar here, which, just an FYI, our brick and mortar, this is our flagship. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this. So if you do come to our store, pricing wise, we do have like, not deals, but it's different priced here because you're here. I make it here and we put it on the shelf over there. So you do get different pricing and things. For business wise, like we're in over 40 handmade stores throughout the United States. We're in 2 locations in Canada. And primarily our candles. So that's big. We have Etsy, of course, which we just revamped. We just celebrated 400 sales on Etsy, which I think is a great milestone. That's really cool. We have our website, southofyourco.com. And just to let y'all know, I got a lot. So we have southofyourco.com. That's our main one.
Oh, don't confuse people with all the domains that you've bought.
Somebody might appreciate it. We're talking about business. Okay, I won't confuse you, but we have about 6 domains that if you type it in, it takes you to our website.
Including the Good Texans.
And the Good Texans, thegoodtexans.com takes you to a podcast page on our website that shows you the YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, so you can go to it quickly. But thegoodtexans.com, that's ours. And for events, because we're going to talk about events, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Are we?
Yes. For events, txhandson.com. That's what we're going to be branding really soon for events. If you go to TX, like the TX, hands-on.com. It's a good ring to it, right? That'll take you to our corporate event page. And yeah, I guess we're going to talk about like markets and events and things.
So here's what I've noticed, because you're really excited talking about business, but you said that you don't really see it as a business, but you're definitely talking about the growth that we've seen and how it's become a business. I think business is a hobby of yours too. Like I think like you enjoy all of these nuggets so much, and that's why it's like hobby and business, it's the same thing.
Why did you say nugget? I'm actually really hungry.
I'm sorry. That's awesome.
Cool.
No,
Well, awesome.
yeah,
Good.
no, you
Great
definitely.
question.
It was. Yeah, you.
I aced it.
Well, you literally talked about the growth of everything.
Thanks.
So I kind of want to like go back just like a tiny little thing. But do you remember like our first what did early South of here look like? So you just like let everybody know like we're wholesale, we're Etsy, we're leather, we're events, we're workshops, we're brick and mortar. What did we start with? Like, yeah.
Well, I guess everybody can just assume, right? Like started from a garage. Well, we started from less from a garage. We didn't have a garage, so we started from
A room.
kitchen first because we didn't have a room.
We didn't have a room.
Yeah.
We've always had a room.
Bubba,
Okay, well, are we talking about Jacques Old Fashioned, or are we talking about
that's the transition, right? Like in our apartments where we had 2 rooms, and Andrew was with us, and then us, and then we had the kitchen. I was making things in the kitchen, I think.
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
That's okay.
Long story short, yes, we started from before all this. That's good. I like that. Oh, it makes me like appreciate.
Yeah, it's
Lets
a
this
huge
work, you know?
growth over 6 years.
But I think it's comparable with like many other people that are either starting off or have grown. Is like we started off just like everybody starts off, right? With a goal and a vision and a hobby that turned into, oh, that's a cool wallet. Can you make me one? Or, whoa, hold on, you made that?
Yeah.
What, do you have a shop? Do you have an Etsy shop? Like I always heard that, right? And then you're like, oh, cool, there's a need for it. I always need some additional income somehow to survive, right?
Do you remember when we went, like when we did our first market? Like I know who we did it with, and I'm love her to pieces. It's Christina, and she's with Vibe Market. That's her name now.
Oh yeah, Texas Artisan Markets.
Yeah, Texas Artisan. That's what she was doing first. And she was in Houston. She was one of the first people to, if not the first person, to do market, like drive-through markets during COVID. I think that's how she started.
No, so we can talk about that. And honestly, I don't remember my first market. I probably should.
Remember the first one?
No, because I know there was like little ones before that.
It was a Vibe one.
No, because what made her special
was it was artisan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the cool thing, and I mean, it's just rebranded Vibe, and now she's in multiple locations. She's in Colorado. She's everywhere, right? But when she started off, it was called Texas Artisan Markets, and it was literally for the Texas artisan. So there were Hill Country makers, there were Texas makers, and I'd done markets before where like I have my little handmade things, and then next to me on the right side is like
Cutco.
Well, we want to call them out. I'll beat that. Like a pyramid scheme. And on the left side is a pyramid scheme. And then across from me is a couple guys dressed real nice, but they're selling pyramid scheme. And, and I'm like, oh. And then as soon as I get somebody into the tent and showing them and talking about it, then we create a good relationship and, maybe sell something, maybe get to share our craft with them. But it was just very odd. And then her markets were phenomenal. Our neighbors were makers. Our neighbors were makers. Yeah. Our neighbors were makers. We got to meet folks. That's how we met most of our artists, friends that are here, right?
It's true.
So I forgot your question, but yeah, I love that. So thank you.
Well, I think that goes to that vision that we'd had. And so like if you are listening to this podcast and you're kind of wondering about breaking it into markets or, how to get from there to here, or whatever, I would say that we were very intentional in what we were looking for when we were doing markets. Yeah. And so we were intentional in wanting to be with people that were also makers because we knew that would bring in a certain type of customer and a certain type of consumer that was also going to be looking for something that was handmade and artisan. And so that's what Christina had to offer at the time, and she still does, just on a much larger.
Her markets are beautiful.
Yeah, on a much larger base now. But I mean, we were doing like breweries.
Yes.
And
So
then,
that's what I was going to mention. So
and
for
those are
y'all,
so much fun.
because your topic was like starting off.
Sorry, yeah.
No. I love it. Yeah, we definitely need to talk about that because those are freaking awesome. I don't drink. Somebody does. So you love the brewery ones, right? I trade stuff for some beer and things, and it was a lot of fun. Just kidding. But no, well, not kidding. It was fun.
No, we didn't trade for beer. They just gave it to us.
I know. I don't have my plug for...
Family business?
Oh, we love family business.
Really
No,
cool.
I was talking about my plug that I put in for every single video.
You can on a fish?
Desert
can?
Door plug
Desert
right
Door.
here.
Oh my goodness. Which we are actually going to be doing, spoiler, we are going to be doing some workshops over there.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, we love them. Oh my goodness. Okay, but hold on. So focusing on sort of if you're getting started, because I think we're reaching a good topic point here, right?
Sure.
We're talking about ours, but to give some advice for makers that are getting started. I know it's tough. I know if you are supporting yourself through this hobby/business, it can be very, very tough, and you need to be very specific with your markets, right?
Yeah.
Some markets fees these days with all the inflation and things, like
Yeah.
it can get really crazy. So my advice, and we did do this, there's a lot of local neighborhood markets popping up.
Yeah.
Like subdivisions. If you are close to, next door, jump on next door for your subdivision or your neighborhood or something. Ask on there if there's any events or something going on. Recommend that, for, I'm just going to use an example like summer or spring coming up. Hey, should we have maybe a spring farmer's market? Reach out to like a local farmer or something to ask, hey, do y'all do farmer's markets? Would you be keen to come do a market in our neighborhood or something on a Saturday? But start there, because that's how we're in leather and in candles and in silver right now. But babe, we shape hats, we do skincare products, we do like all these little ventures that going to these markets, we found out like what the need is and what customers and what people like and what they want to see. And I think that's also guided us to where we're at.
100%.
So free markets, search for free markets, get your niche, really finalize your display and your 10 by 10 or whatever setup you have.
Your environment is
that's huge.
everything.
That
and your
is
branding.
huge.
But we can, I do think we
that's a
can.
whole other
Yeah,
video.
I know, really.
This is good though, write it down. We got to talk about that.
So going out and doing markets, free ones are great. Paying ones are good too, because they're the people that are making them, they're curating something.
Oh yeah, no, I just meant starting off.
Yeah.
Don't go to a $500
Don't
weekend
do it.
market starting off if
It's
you've never been in a market, if you don't have the inventory for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's you can do it, whatever. If you have that capital just to invest, that's a new
But I think
business term. But
you touched on something that I think is a really good point, and it's like when you do have a craft and
doing good today.
when you do have a craft and you're going into markets and you're meeting people, you're learning about what it is that they are looking for, and that kind of helps steer you into what's consistent and so like what's working for you in the business. And I think for us, we noticed that candles are number one. Candles are our number one seller. So they always have like a really nice display.
Could we talk about candles? Is that another video?
Let's do it in another video. Is that okay?
Our candles are real special. They're not just candles.
I know.
Just know that. We're going to do a whole video on candles.
Seriously, we'll
they're unique.
probably like
Check it out
pour
online.
candles while we talk about candles.
I can do that. I can do that.
But so yeah, I do think that's a good point. When you're in person and you're doing markets, it's awesome. You learn so much from that experience. You learn about pricing your products. I feel so bad. I keep saying, I'm like, we could do a whole other episode on like real shady things that people tell you in markets. About your pricing. But there's actually a formula that you can also use
I had
for
an app
pricing.
for that. Okay.
You did. You should probably bring that app back. It was
Honestly,
actually really good.
that's what I was thinking. I think like if this
We're
podcast
getting
is,
off topic. It's okay.
if this podcast is like a huge success and it can at least generate $45 a month, then I can afford this app.
I'm not a business person. That was you.
Oh, that's business. Okay.
Just
But
kidding. It's a hobby.
If I don't know how podcasts make money, but if something else can just afford us $45 a month, or sponsorships, $45 a month, then I can do this app. And I've already made 6 apps that like it's proven. Like we
I did
used
like
it
that
here.
app that
You liked it.
used, yeah.
I made a cost of goods sold app that's way detailed.
Yeah.
I made a prompt to AI app that somebody that doesn't have a good vernacular can just say exactly what you want, and it'll give you a prompt that has your whatever you put into it, like we're leather workers, that'll give you a prompt to put into an AI service that'll give you what you need, things like that. And then I made the gamification app. Okay, sorry. I love you. Keep going.
I have 2 questions before I think.
Cool. Yeah.
The
7. So we're good.
I have 2 more questions that I think would be beneficial.
Let's do it.
And kind of goes
Speed round.
a little back to where you were talking about all these things that we did. Okay, so we've done the markets, we have wholesale, we have the brick and mortar, we have all these things. I think I want to talk a little bit before brick and mortar. How do you think like we did balancing life and work and family? No, but it's a good question, because that's always something that I think people sometimes will be curious about us, is like, oh wait, Jock has a full-time HEB job. Wait, Camille, you have a full-time job. And when I worked at UT, and we've had 3 kids within that 6-year period. So we have, again, 6, 4, and 1. So I went backwards this time.
You did.
Episode 1. And so...
Well, you round up now. He's 1.5. So I round up. I say 2.
Stop. So how do you think we did that? Like, how do you think we balanced? You do have an answer.
I have an answer, and this is like the meaning of life answer. I don't know. I look back. I have no idea, Camille.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, sometimes I pinch myself because I'm here. I'm like, this is real.
Yeah.
You know? I wish I had
It's
some
not
guidance.
easy.
It's not easy, no. I wish I had some guidance. I mean,
I wanted to quit a lot of times. A lot of times. But you don't quit, ever.
So teaching the boys, Daisel boys.
I know. You don't.
Our sons, our last name's Daisel. They're the Daisel boys, and if you literally go up to any one of them and you say, hey, what do we never do? And they'll respond without hesitation, give up. We never give up. Isn't that cute? I've ingrained it in them. Even so much so that, like, well, Luke, he did something the other day, and he was like, I give up. And then I look at him, and I said, what don't we do? And he's like, give up. And he said, but I give up. I was like, buddy, come on.
I believe that.
I'm like, okay, now it's just words. Now we got to train him again, teach him again, and show him why it's important not to give up.
I think...
but it's been tough.
It has been really, really tough. I'm not going to lie. For a long time, I was not heavily involved in south of here. I could do things when I had time, but I was raising babies and I was working full time.
I wish I had a clip of you with your full mouth protection on, soldering some stuff in the garage when it was cold. Like, that's intimidating times.
Pregnant?
Oh, you were pregnant?
Yeah.
I didn't say that?
No, it's okay.
You were pregnant.
Yes.
Not pregnant, pregnant.
Yeah.
And you had this mask thing on and soldering things and making things and just so, like...
That was always when it was my hobby, though. That's when, like, I didn't see it as a business. And I think I came around to seeing it as a business later, much later, literally, I think, when we opened the doors. And part of me feels bad because you've always seen it that way. You've always seen it as a way to make things and reach people, but also have it be like a supplemental income. And I think that's okay to say. Like, we have to make money in order to make this work. And so you've always seen it in that way. And so you've always pushed harder. Do more, make more, be in more shops. You know, the way that you get creative in your marketing, like all these things. And now to where we are today, and we have a podcast is, again, another way to reach people beyond like our shop.
I'm going to be replaying this episode over and over again. You have commended me.
Oh my God.
You have, I'm going to replay this.
But it's a partnership, right? So I raised the babies.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm not even going to get into what you do because I'll pass out because I won't have any breath because of all the things you do. All right, one more question, Camille. What do you got for us? This is it. Pick a good one.
Well, I think it's, if someone is where we are now, like if they're, a young couple, or maybe you are doing it on your own, what is what is an advice that we would give them?
Hey, I was doing it since we were recording.
Oh my goodness, you and courting. You sound
Dating.
like you're from the 50s.
It's from the
Dating.
50s? Dating.
I think so. No, not even courting's like old school.
So advice, right?
Sure.
Like,
what would you tell someone starting out in, they're like, oh, I just bought my first leather kit.
I have a long answer too for that. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
I didn't say
Oh,
it.
don't say
I
it.
didn't say it.
I'll buy that link too. It'll go to ours. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Like, just do it. Just do a piece of it. Like, just do as much as you can of it. Go to a free market. See if it's something that'll be fruitful. And if you enjoy doing it, just do it even more is my advice. So that's where you have to wrap it up here. You got something else?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, if there's anything in this episode that you want us to expand on, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of little nuggets that you're hungry for in the podcast, and so we can definitely expand on it. But we would be sitting here for hours and hours, and we have 3 kids and a limited amount of time.
And just real quick, we got to end this.
Yes.
But to talk about, we talked about markets and things. We have a big announcement.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to be at
2 Step In. In Georgetown. It's a country music festival.
Woo!
They've been doing it for about 4 years, I think, 3 or 4 years.
And we will have our live branding there. We are prepping a lot of, well, of course, leather goods. We're not going to have much candles because it might be hot and we don't want it to melt. But we'll definitely have some smelly stuff, some little room sprays that you can take in your car, some perfume rollers and things, and then leather. And I'm talking customizable leather. We'll have wallets there. We'll have bolo ties there. We'll have bandana sliders that you can customize. We'll burn your initials in there for you. It's going to be awesome. So, but we got to leave it there, Camille. And
It'll actually be like a date for us.
Oh, well, Mama's gonna watch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Mom's gonna watch the kids. Cool. Date for us. All right, honey. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. I did not look at that one a lot.